Value and wealth are not just about money or possessions. True value comes from the skills you build, the mindset you develop, and the impact you make on others. When you increase your worth, opportunities and success follow naturally. Becoming more valuable means growing your knowledge, improving your habits, and building strong relationships. Today we will discuss 10 practical ways to become more valuable and wealthy in your life. You will learn how small changes can lead to bigger income, better connections, and a stronger sense of purpose. This is about taking control of your growth so you can create lasting success. If you're ready to unlock your potential and build real value that leads to wealth, then let's dive in. Number 1, develop rare skills that are in high demand. Most people wake up every day tired of the same old routine. They're stuck in jobs that don't challenge them, surrounded by people who don't inspire them, and caught in habits that slowly drain their potential. They look at their paycheck and feel it doesn't match their effort. They scroll through their phones and see others doing better, making more, living freer, moving faster. And deep down, they know they're capable of more. But knowing isn't enough. Feeling frustrated isn't enough. Life doesn't reward potential, it rewards value. If you're not growing, if you're not learning, if you're not sharpening your abilities, the world passes you by. And the truth is harsh. In today's world, being average is a recipe for being ignored. That's the reality. The marketplace doesn't care about your past. It doesn't care about your background, your excuses, or your comfort zone. What it cares about is one thing. What can you offer that few others can? What can you do that solves real problems, that saves time, that makes someone else's life or business better? That's where rare skills come in. Not just any skills, rare skills. Abilities that are hard to find but in high demand. You want to become someone who can do things others can't. That's how you become valuable. That's how you rise above the noise. That's how you attract better opportunities, better income, better people. Think about the world we live in now. Technology is changing fast. Business is evolving every day. The job you're doing now could be automated tomorrow. But there are some things machines can't do, at least not well. They can't think critically like a human. They can't build trust. They can't solve complex human problems in real time. So you've got to ask yourself, what skill can I develop that people are willing to pay well for? Is it coding, marketing, sales, copywriting, data analysis, communication, leadership, public speaking, product design? Emotional intelligence? Every one of these, when mastered, becomes a doorway to more income. The marketplace doesn't pay for effort, it pays for results. Rare skills equal rare income. It starts by choosing. You don't need to learn everything, but you need to learn something deeply. Pick one lane and get good, not just good, excellent. Study it, practice it, apply it, get feedback, and improve again. You don't need permission to learn. You've got access to books, courses, mentors, videos, communities. The excuses have expired. You don't need a college degree to become valuable anymore. You need hunger. You need consistency. You need discipline. You need to put in the hours when no one is watching. You need to push through the discomfort of not knowing until you do. There are no shortcuts. You can't fake rare skills. You can't skip the process. But here's what's amazing. Once you build them, they stay with you. They don't disappear. They travel with you into every job, every business, every relationship. And they stack. One rare skill makes you valuable. 2 rare skills combined, that makes you unstoppable. You become a category of 1. Someone who is hard to replace, hard to ignore, and easy to promote. Look at people who are thriving today. The ones who are building wealth, starting businesses, getting offers, traveling, choosing how they spend their time. They've built skills that give them leverage. They can command higher pay. They can attract clients. They can sell their ideas. They can lead teams. They're not stuck because they didn't stay average. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't hope things would get better on their own. They took the time to build rare value. But let's talk honestly. Building rare skills is not glamorous. It's not always fun. Sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it's confusing. You'll doubt yourself. You'll want to quit. That's the test. That's where most people stop. And that's exactly why those who don't quit rise to the top. Because they kept going when it got uncomfortable. They kept showing up when progress was slow. And over time, the slow progress becomes unstoppable momentum. The confidence grows. The opportunities come. The income increases. It's not magic. It's effort applied over time to the right things. And here's another truth. Once you start building rare skills, people will notice. Employers will notice. Clients will notice. You'll carry yourself differently. You'll talk differently because you'll know that you bring real value to the table. That sense of internal power that's priceless. It doesn't come from hoping or wishing. It comes from knowing you've put in the work, that you've become someone others can count on, someone people seek out. Now think about your current habits. Are they building value or draining it? Are you spending your time learning something rare or just scrolling? Are you improving every day or staying the same? Time is passing either way. You're either growing or you're slowly falling behind. The choice is yours. No one's coming to save you. But you can decide right now to become a person of rare ability, to do what most people won't, so you can live how most people can't. When you commit to this path, life starts to open up. Doors you didn't even know existed will appear. You'll meet people who see your value. You'll attract mentors. You'll find yourself in rooms you once only dreamed about. And none of it is by chance, it's the result of skill. Rare skill, earned, built, lived. And this is something you carry for life. Economies can shift. Jobs can disappear. But skills, real, valuable skills, stay with you. They are your safety net, your insurance, your ticket. The more you have, the more you earn. The rarer they are, the more powerful your position becomes. Stop hoping for a raise, become someone who can't be ignored. Stop waiting to be picked, become someone people seek out. Right now, the world is filled with problems needing solutions. That's what skills are for. Learn to solve problems. Big ones, valuable ones, and the world will reward you. It's not about being lucky. It's about being prepared. It's about showing up ready and staying ready. If you want to become more valuable, build what the world needs. Build what people will pay for, not once but again and again. Build skill, build depth, build excellence. That's the real way to wealth. That's the real way to freedom. Not wishes, not talk. Skill. Real, rare, high-demand skill. That's how it starts. That's how you rise. Number 2. Turn your knowledge into income-producing assets. Most people spend years gathering knowledge, attending classes, watching videos, reading articles, and listening to advice. But here's the hard truth. Knowledge that just sits in your head doesn't pay the bills. Knowing something and doing something with it are two very different things. And the reason so many people feel stuck, even after learning so much, is because they haven't taken that step from information to transformation. They haven't turned what they know into something that works for them day and night, even when they're not around. That's the missing link between being smart and being wealthy. It's not about how much you know, it's about what you do with what you know. Everywhere you look, there are people with degrees, certificates, workshops under their belt, and still they struggle financially. Why? Because the marketplace doesn't reward knowledge, it rewards applied knowledge. It rewards outcomes. If your knowledge can't produce a result that matters to someone else, it won't bring you income. The game changes when you stop being just a consumer of information and become a creator of value. When you start turning what you know into something that solves a problem, fills a need, or creates a result, someone wants you move into a different league. Now think about what you know right now. Think about the experiences you've had, the things you've studied, the challenges you've overcome, the skills you've picked up. That's not useless, it's raw material. And you have more of it than you realize. The problem is, you're not packaging it. You're not turning it into something that others can benefit from. That's how you turn knowledge into income. You turn what's in your head into something you can share, sell, or scale. Maybe you've learned about fitness, nutrition, real estate, digital marketing, sales, productivity, parenting, relationships, mindset, design, or communication. Good. But the next question is, have you turned that into a product, a service, a program, a system, a tool, a course, or a piece of content that works while you sleep? That's the shift. That's where your knowledge becomes an asset, something that brings in value whether you're present or not. Something that you can multiply, scale, and improve over time. It's not about being the best in the world. It's about solving a real problem better than most. What does that look like in real life? It means writing a short ebook based on your experience that others want to read. It means creating a digital course that teaches people how to do something you've already figured out. It means offering coaching or consulting based on your journey. It means building a simple tool or resource that helps others get results faster. You don't need to wait for someone to hire you to share what you know. You can package it yourself. You can take what you've learned and make it work for others and for you. But here's the thing, most people hesitate. They say, I'm not an expert. Who am I to teach this? It's already been done. That's fear talking. That's self-doubt. And if you listen to it, it'll steal your future. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know more than the person you're helping. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be honest, clear, and committed to delivering value. The world doesn't need more perfection. It needs more people willing to share real solutions that work. The internet has made this more possible than ever. You don't need a publisher to write a book. You don't need a studio to create a course. You don't need a stage to deliver value. You just need a clear message, a platform, and the courage to start. The best time to build an asset was yesterday. The second best time is now. Start small. Start simple. But start. Because the moment you create something from what you know, something that can live and work beyond you, you've started the journey toward freedom. You have to think differently. Stop trading all your time for money. Stop working only for the next paycheck. Start thinking about how to multiply your impact. How can you build something once and let it serve again and again? That's what an income-producing asset is. It works for you. It earns for you. It grows with you. And the more of them you build, the more options you have. More freedom. More choice. More time. Turning your knowledge into assets also builds confidence. Because now, you're not just relying on one stream of income. You're not waiting on your boss to recognize you. You're not hoping someone gives you a raise. You're creating your own path. You're turning your ideas into tools. And the feeling that comes from that, from building something of your own, it changes how you see yourself. It makes you walk taller, think clearer, and aim higher. But don't confuse activity with progress. Watching videos and taking notes won't change your life. Action will. Publishing your work, testing your ideas, putting something out there and learning from the feedback. That's the work that builds wealth. Not flashy, not fast, but real. And over time, it adds up. You write that ebook and a few people buy it. Then more. You make a video and someone shares it. You help one client, then 5, then 10. It grows. It multiplies, but only if you start. Even if you fail at first, you've still won because now you've learned what doesn't work, and you're closer to what does. You're learning by doing. You're turning lessons into leverage, and you can't put a price on that. Every time you apply what you know to help others, you gain ground. You grow stronger, you grow wiser, and those lessons become part of your next product, your next service, your next win. Don't underestimate what you know. Don't dismiss your own journey. Somewhere out there is someone who needs exactly what you figured out. They don't need a guru, they need someone real, someone who's been where they are, someone who can show them a faster way. That could be you, but only if you decide to stop keeping your knowledge locked inside. Only if you choose to share, to teach, to build, to offer. You can wait another year, or you can start today. The difference between someone who's growing their income and someone who's stuck is this. One person decided to turn what they know into something that lives beyond them, something that earns for them, something that helps others, something that compounds. That's how you turn your knowledge into power, into leverage, into assets, into freedom. Don't just learn, build. Don't just know, create. And don't just exist, earn from your experience. Your knowledge is valuable, but only if you use it. Number 3, build strong networks that open new doors. Many people live their lives thinking success is all about what they can do alone. They believe grinding day and night, working harder than everyone else, will get them to where they want. But reality is, no one succeeds in isolation. Success rarely happens by accident or by going it alone. It comes because of the connections you build, the relationships you nurture, the people you meet who can open doors you didn't even know existed. Without strong networks, opportunities stay out of reach and progress feels slower, harder, lonelier. That's a tough truth many never face because they underestimate the power of who they know. Imagine having skills and knowledge but no one to share it with. Imagine having great ideas but no one willing to listen or help. Imagine working hard, day after day, without any new opportunities coming your way. That's what happens without strong relationships. Doors stay closed, invitations don't arrive, offers don't appear. It's not because you're not good enough, it's because you're not connected enough. Life and business are people games. The better your network, the better your chances. The wider your reach, the more options you have. The deeper your trust with others, the more likely you are to be recommended, hired, or partnered with. Building strong networks isn't about collecting contacts or adding followers. It's about forming genuine, meaningful relationships. It's about mutual respect, trust, and shared value. It's not just about what others can do for you, it's about what you can do for others. When you start focusing on giving first, the doors begin to open naturally. People want to be around those who help them solve problems, who encourage them, who celebrate their wins. Building strong networks means being that person. It's about showing up with your best self, ready to contribute without expecting something right away. Start by investing time in the people you already know. Strengthen those connections before chasing new ones. Reach out. Ask how you can help. Listen carefully to what they need. Follow up. Keep in touch. Many overlook this simple step and wonder why they feel disconnected. Networking isn't a one-time event, it's ongoing. It's a commitment to building trust, one conversation at a time. Next, step out of your comfort zone. Attend events where you can meet people who inspire you, challenge you, or operate in fields where you want to grow. Be curious. Ask questions. Listen more than you talk. People appreciate genuine interest. Share your story honestly, not with exaggeration but with authenticity. Vulnerability builds connection. You don't need to impress. You need to connect. It's important to remember that networking isn't about immediate results. You don't walk into a room and instantly get a job, a client, or a contract. It's a long-term game. You plant seeds today, water relationships tomorrow, and harvest months or years down the road. Patience is essential. So is consistency. Showing up regularly, staying engaged, and following through will build your reputation as someone reliable and valuable. Strong networks also mean diversity. Don't just connect with people who look like you, think like you, or share your background. The richest networks include a mix of experiences, industries, and viewpoints. This diversity sparks innovation and opens unexpected doors. You never know which conversation will lead to a breakthrough. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who inspire you to think bigger, and who push you beyond what you thought was possible. Technology makes networking easier, but also more superficial if you're not careful. A friend request or a LinkedIn connection is just the start, not the relationship. Real networks are built through meaningful interactions, phone calls, coffee meetings, thoughtful messages, and collaboration. Take time to deepen those connections. Find ways to add value before asking for favors. People can tell when you're sincere and when you're just trying to take. When you build strong networks, you also create a safety net. Life throws curveballs. Businesses have ups and downs. Careers face unexpected changes. But a well-built network offers support, advice, opportunities, and encouragement. You're not alone. You have people who believe in you, who want to see you succeed, and who can help you bounce back. That sense of community and support is invaluable and often overlooked. Remember, building networks is a skill like any other. It requires practice, patience, and effort. It means showing up even when you don't feel like it. It means pushing through awkward conversations. It means being willing to give more than you get at first. But the rewards are enormous. You create a circle of influence that grows with you. You gain access to ideas, opportunities, and resources that would be impossible alone. Don't wait until you need something to start building your network. The best time to build relationships is when you're not desperate. When you're genuinely interested in others, curious, and willing to invest time without immediate gain. This creates deeper trust and stronger bonds. When you do need help, your network will be ready to respond. And because you've built value for others, they'll want to support you in return. Strong networks also improve your mindset and confidence. Being surrounded by people who inspire and motivate you keeps you moving forward. It helps you see possibilities instead of limits. You learn from their experiences and mistakes, which saves you time and energy. Success isn't just about what you know, it's about who you become through the people you surround yourself with. This is not about being popular or having many acquaintances. It's about building relationships that matter. Those relationships that can open doors to new clients, new jobs, new partnerships, and new ways of thinking. Doors that might have remained closed if you hadn't invested in people. Building strong networks creates momentum. One conversation leads to another. One introduction leads to multiple. The energy multiplies. Opportunities don't just appear randomly, they come through the people you know and trust. You become someone people want to work with, recommend, and collaborate with. The value of a strong network is not just in what it can do for you today, but what it will do for you in the future. It becomes a living, breathing asset, an extension of your influence and reach. The more you nurture it, the more it grows, and the more wealth it creates, not just financial, but emotional, intellectual, and social. Investing in people is one of the smartest decisions you can make. It creates a foundation for success that no degree, skill, or money alone can provide. Relationships open doors, create opportunities, and build bridges where there were none. In the end, the difference between someone who moves ahead and someone who stays stuck often comes down to who they know and how well they connect. Developing strong, genuine networks is not optional. It's essential for anyone serious about becoming more valuable and wealthy. The question is, are you ready to start building those relationships that will change your life? Number 4, focus on solving problems that people pay for. Reality check. Most people spend their time chasing ideas or dreams that don't match what the world really needs. They get caught up in what feels exciting or what they think sounds good, but they miss the most important factor, whether their work actually solves a problem people are willing to pay for. It's a painful truth that many face no matter how passionate or talented you are. If what you offer doesn't fix a real problem, it won't create wealth. The world doesn't reward good intentions alone. It rewards solutions. It rewards results. If you want to become more valuable and wealthy, your focus must be clear. Solve problems that matter to others. Problems are everywhere. From the moment we wake up to when we go to bed, people face challenges they want fixed. They want to save time, reduce stress, improve health, make money, gain confidence, or simplify their lives. These problems drive decisions and spending. Understanding what people truly struggle with, not what you think they struggle with, is the key to creating value that brings income. When you find those problems and position yourself as the solution, you become indispensable. Too many people overlook this because they want to sell what they love or what they find interesting rather than what others need. It's a common mistake to put passion before demand. Passion is important, but it must be combined with practicality. If your passion doesn't align with a paying problem, it won't pay you. Finding that intersection where your skills and interests meet real-world problems is the sweet spot for lasting success. Start by listening. Pay attention to what people complain about, where they express frustration, and what they ask for repeatedly. This is valuable information that many ignore. When you listen deeply, patterns emerge. You begin to see common pain points, inefficiencies, and struggles that are ripe for solutions. This kind of insight is worth its weight in gold. It guides your efforts toward creating something people are actively seeking. Focus on clarity. Define the problem precisely. Vague ideas or general desires won't cut it. People want specific fixes to specific problems. For example, instead of saying, "Help people get healthy," say, "Help busy professionals lose 10 pounds in 8 weeks without spending hours at the gym." The more detailed and tangible your solution, the easier it is for people to see its value and to pay for it. Once you identify the problem, create a clear, straightforward solution. It doesn't have to be complicated or revolutionary. Sometimes the best solutions are the simplest ones. People pay for things that work and save them time or money. The market rewards practicality over complexity. Focus on delivering results people can measure and feel. When your solution makes a difference in someone's life, they're willing to invest. This approach also protects you from chasing fleeting trends. Problems rooted in human needs rarely disappear overnight. When you solve something fundamental, stress, money, health, relationships, you build a foundation that lasts. Your work stays relevant. Your income becomes more stable. This kind of value stands the test of time. Many avoid focusing on problems because they fear criticism or failure. They worry their solution won't be perfect or that someone else is already doing it better. These fears are natural but not valid excuses. Every problem is big enough for multiple solutions. The market rewards those who step up and serve, not those who wait for perfection. Taking imperfect action to solve a clear problem is better than inaction fueled by fear. When you focus on problems that people pay for, your mindset changes. You stop asking, "How can I get rich?" and start asking, "How can I help others solve what they need?" This shift makes your work more meaningful. It motivates you to improve, innovate, and deliver excellence because you understand your income depends on the value you provide. It also creates a stronger connection with your audience or customers. People buy from those they trust and who show empathy for their situation. When you speak directly to the problems they face, you build trust and authority. Your offers become more attractive because they're not just products or services, they're solutions to real struggles. Another advantage is that problem-focused work opens doors to repeat business and referrals. When you fix a real problem, people remember you. They come back. They tell others. This creates momentum and grows your income naturally. It's a cycle built on trust and results, not on marketing gimmicks or hype. It's important to stay flexible and listen as problems evolve. The world changes and so do challenges. Continuous attention to your market keeps you relevant. Innovate when necessary. Adapt your offerings to meet shifting needs. This keeps your value high and your income streams healthy. Don't waste time and energy on ideas that don't solve paying problems. If something isn't working, step back and ask, what problem am I really solving here, and does anyone want to pay for that solution? Answer honestly. This is a reality check that will save you frustration and wasted effort. Real wealth and value come from being the answer to someone's urgent need. People will pay for solutions that improve their lives, save them time, or reduce pain. Focus on those problems. Understand them deeply. Solve them clearly. When you do this consistently, money follows naturally. You become more valuable because you're making a difference. You become wealthier because your work meets real demand. This is not about quick fixes or shortcuts. It's about strategic focus on creating meaningful value. It requires effort, attention, and persistence. But the rewards are worth it: financial stability, personal fulfillment, and a reputation that opens even more doors. Every day presents a new opportunity to identify a problem worth solving. Pay attention to the struggles around you and within your own experience. If you can help yourself, you can help others. The key is turning those insights into clear solutions that people need and want to pay for. This mindset separates those who talk about success from those who build it. The market is unforgiving to those who don't deliver results, but it is generous to those who consistently solve problems. To become more valuable and wealthy, your focus must be on problems that people pay for. This simple truth, when understood and applied, will transform how you work and live. Number 5. Invest time daily in learning and self-improvement. The hardest truth many face is that time slips away faster than we realize, and most people never make the most important investment they could, the investment in themselves. Every day that goes by without learning something new or growing personally is a day lost forever. The gap between where you are and where you want to be grows wider if you ignore this reality. Most struggle with this because life gets busy, distractions flood in, and the temptation to settle for comfort is overwhelming. But if you want to become more valuable and wealthy, dedicating time daily to learning and self-improvement is not optional. It's essential. It's easy to think that learning is something you do in school or when you have spare time, but that's a dangerous assumption. Growth doesn't happen by accident or during free time only. It happens intentionally every single day. Even 15 or 20 minutes of focused effort adds up. The brain, like a muscle, strengthens with use. When you feed your mind regularly, your skills sharpen, your confidence grows, and your ability to solve problems increases. The alternative is stagnation, falling behind while others move forward. The challenge is not a lack of information. The real challenge is deciding what to learn and then making it a daily habit. Not all knowledge is equal. You need to focus on learning that improves your skills, mindset, and ability to provide value. This might mean reading books, listening to podcasts, taking online courses, or engaging with mentors. The key is consistent, focused effort on topics that align with your goals and passions. Many people struggle to prioritize learning because it feels uncomfortable or hard. It requires discipline to push through fatigue, distractions, and the urge to procrastinate. But that discomfort is where growth lives. When you commit to learning despite obstacles, you develop resilience and a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities. This mindset alone sets you apart from most people who quit at the first sign of difficulty. Self-improvement is more than just acquiring facts or skills. It's about changing the way you think, behave, and respond to the world. This requires reflection and honesty. You must examine your habits, beliefs, and attitudes that may be holding you back. It's about replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones and building habits that support your success. This kind of inner work transforms your results because it changes how you show up every day. When you invest time daily in yourself, you build momentum. Small improvements compound over weeks and months. The person you were last year becomes unrecognizable because you've upgraded your knowledge, skills, and mindset. This growth not only increases your value, but also boosts your confidence, making you more attractive to opportunities and people who can help you succeed. Many fail because they wait for motivation to strike before they act. Motivation is unreliable. The commitment to learning and growth must come from discipline, not mood. Make learning part of your routine, like brushing your teeth or eating meals. When it becomes a habit, it no longer feels like a chore but a natural part of your day. Consistency is the secret weapon in becoming more valuable and wealthy. Investing time daily in learning also means staying curious and open-minded. The world changes fast. New tools, ideas, and opportunities emerge all the time. Those who refuse to learn or adapt get left behind. Curiosity keeps your mind active and receptive. It leads to innovation and creative problem-solving, which are highly valuable in any field. Accountability plays a big role in maintaining this habit. Share your learning goals with someone who supports your growth. Join groups or communities where people encourage each other. Teaching others what you learn also deepens your understanding and keeps you committed. When learning becomes social, it's harder to quit and easier to stay inspired. Don't underestimate the power of self-care in this process. Physical health, mental rest, and emotional balance affect how well you can learn and grow. Neglecting these areas reduces your energy and focus, making learning harder. Take care of your body and mind so you can show up ready to absorb new knowledge every day. The investment you make in yourself today pays the highest dividends. It shapes your future earnings, relationships, and overall quality of life. Without continuous self-improvement, skills become outdated, opportunities shrink, and confidence fades. With it, doors open, income increases, and life feels more fulfilling. Remember, nobody else can learn for you or grow for you. Your future depends on what you do with your time right now. Every minute you spend improving yourself brings you closer to your goals. The small daily steps create a pathway to greater value and wealth. This journey requires patience. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that demands commitment, focus, and effort. But the results are worth every bit of work. You become a person who attracts success naturally because you're constantly upgrading who you are. Look at the most successful people around you. They all have one thing in common: a relentless commitment to learning and growth. It's not luck or talent alone, it's daily investment in becoming better. They read, listen, practice, and reflect, even when it's inconvenient. This dedication builds their advantage over time. Ask yourself, what have you learned today that moves you closer to your goals? If the answer is nothing, you've lost a valuable opportunity. But if you make learning a daily habit, soon you'll notice a shift. Challenges become easier to handle. Ideas flow more freely. Confidence grows. People notice your improvement, and opportunities come knocking. Investing time daily in learning and self-improvement is the foundation of becoming more valuable and wealthy. It's the habit that fuels all other success. Without it, progress stalls. With it, there's no limit to what you can achieve. It starts with deciding that your growth is your priority every single day. That decision changes everything. Number 6. Create multiple streams of income to grow wealth. Most people face the frustrating reality of living paycheck to paycheck. No matter how hard they work, their financial situation feels fragile, dependent on a single source of income that could disappear at any moment. This is a harsh reality, and it's one many don't want to confront. Relying on only one income is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. One slip and everything falls apart. To truly become more valuable and wealthy, building multiple streams of income isn't just a nice idea, it's a necessity. It's about creating layers of financial security that work together to increase your wealth and protect your future. The first hard truth is that no job, business, or investment is completely safe. Companies close, industries change, economies fluctuate, and sometimes health issues or personal crises intervene. When all your income comes from one place, you're vulnerable to these risks. But when you have several income sources, you spread that risk out. If one stream dries up, others continue to flow. This stability is the foundation of true wealth. Creating multiple streams of income isn't about chasing every shiny opportunity. It's about strategic planning and thoughtful execution. This requires you to understand your skills, resources, and the needs of the market. Then, you can develop several income channels that complement each other and align with your long-term goals. Each stream should add value and build on your existing efforts rather than drain your energy without payoff. There are many types of income streams to consider. Active income, like your salary or hourly work, is often the starting point. But relying solely on active income limits your time because you must trade hours for dollars. To grow wealth, you need to add passive or semi-passive income sources, things that earn money even when you're not actively working. Examples include rental properties, dividends from stocks, royalties from books or music, affiliate marketing, or creating digital products. One major advantage of multiple income streams is that they open doors to financial freedom. When your money is coming from different places, you can invest more confidently in your future without the fear that one setback will ruin everything. This freedom also gives you the power to take risks in business or personal development, knowing you have other income cushioning you. Building these streams takes time and effort. It's not instant or easy money, but the process teaches you valuable lessons about managing risk, creating value, and leveraging your skills. It pushes you to diversify your thinking and your efforts. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you become a builder of multiple baskets, each with its own strength. Many people fear complexity or feel overwhelmed by the idea of managing several income streams. This is a normal reaction but can be overcome with proper planning. Start small. Add one additional source of income that fits your schedule and interests. Learn the ropes. Once comfortable, add another. Over time, these small steps build a robust financial ecosystem that grows stronger and more resilient. Creating multiple streams also forces you to develop discipline and organization. You must track your earnings, expenses, and growth in different areas. This builds financial intelligence and helps you spot which streams are performing well and which need adjustment. When you manage your money wisely, you maximize your returns and reduce waste. This approach also encourages innovation. As you explore new ways to earn, you develop creativity and problem-solving skills. You discover new markets, learn about customer needs, and experiment with ideas. Even failures become valuable lessons that refine your strategies. This ongoing process makes you more adaptable and ready for changing economic conditions. Another benefit is that multiple income streams increase your influence and value in the marketplace. You're no longer just a worker or a business owner, you become an entrepreneur, investor, and creator all at once. This diversity expands your network and your reputation. People see you as resourceful and capable, opening more opportunities and partnerships. It's important to remember that not all income streams are equal. Some require more time, risk, or capital than others. Prioritize quality over quantity. Focus on streams that align with your strengths and provide the best balance of effort and reward. Avoid chasing every opportunity that appears without careful consideration, as this can lead to burnout and financial loss. The mindset shift required here is significant. Instead of thinking, "How do I make more money today?" you start asking, "How can I create systems that make money for me over time?" This long-term view builds lasting wealth and reduces financial stress. It also frees you to focus on what matters most: your health, relationships, and personal growth. One practical step is to educate yourself about different types of income and investments. Read books, listen to experts, and study successful people who have built wealth through multiple streams. The knowledge you gain will guide your choices and help you avoid common mistakes. Education reduces fear and increases confidence in your financial decisions. Consistency is key. Building wealth through multiple incomes won't happen overnight. It requires patience, persistence, and ongoing effort. But each new stream adds to your foundation, making your financial house stronger. Over time, you'll look back and see how these combined efforts created a life of security and abundance. It's also worth mentioning that multiple income streams can improve your mental well-being. Financial worries shrink when you have several sources to rely on. You gain peace of mind knowing you're not dependent on a single paycheck. This peace reduces stress and allows you to think more clearly and make better decisions. Remember, the goal is not just to make money, but to create lasting value for yourself and others. Each income stream should solve a problem or meet a need. This creates a cycle where your efforts generate income, which you can reinvest in new ideas or improvements. This cycle accelerates your path to wealth. The journey to multiple income streams begins with a decision. Decide to take control of your financial future by building diverse sources of revenue. Commit to learning, experimenting, and growing. This commitment transforms your life from financial uncertainty to financial empowerment. Ultimately, creating multiple streams of income is about freedom from fear, stress, and limitation. It's about building a life where your money works for you, not the other way around. It's about becoming valuable in many ways so that wealth follows naturally. This is the path many overlook because it requires effort and patience. But those who embrace it create opportunities for themselves that last a lifetime. The question isn't whether you can build multiple income streams, it's whether you're willing to start. The choice you make today shapes the wealth and security you enjoy tomorrow. Number 7. Stay disciplined with money and spending habits. The harsh reality most people face is that no matter how much money they earn, it often disappears faster than they expect. Paychecks come and go, bills pile up, and before they know it, there's nothing left to save or invest. This is a tough truth that many struggle with daily. The challenge is not just about making money, but about managing it wisely. Without discipline in how money is handled, wealth remains out of reach. Becoming valuable and wealthy means mastering the control of your money. Your spending habits must align with your long-term goals, not your short-term desires. Discipline with money isn't about deprivation or living a joyless life. It's about creating habits that support your financial health and future freedom. This starts with a clear understanding of where your money goes every month. Tracking every expense may feel tedious, but it's the foundation for smart decisions. When you know exactly how much you earn and spend, you can identify leaks and areas to improve. Most people don't track their spending and are shocked at how small purchases add up and drain their resources over time. The first step toward discipline is creating a budget that reflects your priorities. It should include essentials, savings, investments, and some room for enjoyment without guilt. This budget is not a cage. It's a guide that helps you stay focused. It keeps you from impulsive spending and financial regret. Living within your means is a critical rule. It's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep and grow. Many high earners struggle financially because they spend as fast as they make, or even faster. Discipline also means resisting the temptation of instant gratification. In today's world, it's easy to buy on impulse, thanks to credit cards, buy now, pay later offers, and flashy advertising. However, these habits create a cycle of debt and stress. Building wealth demands patience and the ability to delay pleasure for greater rewards in the future. This doesn't mean you never enjoy your money, but your decisions must be thoughtful and intentional. One common mistake is confusing wants with needs. A valuable and wealthy person learns to differentiate between the two clearly. Needs are necessary expenses: food, housing, utilities, healthcare. Wants are extras: new gadgets, expensive clothes, dining out frequently. Understanding this difference helps control spending and frees up money for savings and investments. When you ask yourself, "Do I really need this?" Before every purchase, you create a mental checkpoint that keeps spending in check. Avoiding debt, or at least controlling it, is another pillar of financial discipline. Not all debt is bad, but careless borrowing creates a heavy burden that stunts wealth growth. Interest payments can eat away at your income, leaving less for saving or investing. Prioritizing paying off high-interest debt quickly provides relief and opens opportunities to build assets. Discipline here means saying no to unnecessary loans and using credit responsibly. Automating your finances is a practical way to maintain discipline. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investment accounts the day your paycheck arrives. This pay yourself first principle ensures you don't skip saving or investing. It removes the temptation to spend what should be saved. When money moves out of your checking account automatically, it becomes a natural habit rather than a struggle. Another aspect is being mindful of lifestyle inflation. As income grows, it's tempting to upgrade everything: the house, the car, the vacations. This can easily cancel out income increases and prevent wealth accumulation. A disciplined approach keeps lifestyle improvements in balance with financial goals. Enjoying progress is fine, but it shouldn't consume your entire raise or bonus. Wealth builds when expenses grow slower than income. Discipline also means preparing for emergencies. Life is unpredictable and setbacks happen to everyone. Without an emergency fund, unexpected expenses force reliance on credit or savings meant for other goals. This disrupts your financial progress and creates stress. Setting aside even a small amount regularly builds a safety net that protects your wealth-building efforts. Mindset plays a crucial role in maintaining financial discipline. You must believe that control over your money is possible and that it leads to freedom and security. This belief drives consistent habits even when discipline feels hard. It's about seeing money not just as a tool to spend, but as a resource to create opportunity. When discipline is powered by purpose, it becomes easier to stick to. Being disciplined doesn't mean doing it alone. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people can strengthen your commitment. Whether friends, family, or mentors, those who respect your financial goals encourage and hold you accountable. Sharing your plans and progress helps maintain focus and builds a support system that celebrates your wins and helps overcome setbacks. Regularly reviewing your financial situation reinforces discipline. Setting aside time monthly to assess your budget, spending and savings keeps you connected to your goals. It allows you to adjust your plan if needed and prevents slipping back into old habits. Consistency in this practice turns financial discipline into a way of life. Discipline with money extends beyond spending and saving. It also influences how you invest. Careful consideration and patience with investment decisions prevent reckless risks that can harm your portfolio. Wealth grows when you combine disciplined saving with smart long-term investing. This requires education and ongoing learning, but pays off with greater security. The emotional side of money often sabotages discipline. Fear, shame, or stress about finances can cause avoidance or poor decisions. Facing these feelings head-on builds emotional resilience. Accepting responsibility for your financial life empowers you to take control and make better choices. Being honest with yourself about your habits is the first step toward change. It's important to celebrate milestones. Every dollar saved, debt paid off, or wise purchase is a victory. Recognizing progress builds motivation and reinforces discipline. These wins are reminders that your efforts matter and bring you closer to your vision of wealth and value. Discipline is the bridge between earning money and keeping it. Without it, income flows out as fast as it comes in. With it, every dollar works harder for you. It's the difference between surviving and thriving financially. By staying disciplined in your money and spending habits, you build a foundation that supports not only wealth, but peace of mind. In the end, your habits shape your future. The decisions you make daily about money create the life you live tomorrow. When you master discipline, you take control of your financial destiny. This control transforms uncertainty into confidence and opens doors to opportunities that were once out of reach. Wealth is not a matter of luck, it's a matter of consistent, disciplined action. Number 8. Offer value before expecting anything in return. There is a harsh truth that many people miss when chasing success and wealth. You cannot build something valuable without first giving something valuable. Too often, people expect rewards, recognition, or compensation before putting in real effort or offering anything meaningful. This mindset sets you up for disappointment and closes doors. The way to become truly valuable and wealthy begins with a genuine commitment to offer value first, without conditions or immediate expectations. In life, relationships, business, and personal growth, value is the currency that builds trust and respect. When you bring something useful, helpful, or inspiring to others, you naturally attract opportunities and connections. But this cannot be faked or rushed. It has to be real. Offering value means understanding what others need and giving your time, energy, skills, or knowledge to help solve their problems or improve their lives. This mindset changes how you approach every interaction, every task, and every goal. Many people are caught in a "what's in it for me" trap. They measure relationships and efforts based on immediate gain. This short-sighted view limits growth. True value comes from a place of generosity and sincerity. When you focus on giving without expecting something back right away, you build a foundation that supports lasting success. People notice when you consistently provide value. They trust you, want to work with you, and recommend you. That trust is a priceless asset that pays off over time. Offering value is not about grand gestures or big investments. It can be as simple as listening carefully to someone's challenges, sharing a helpful idea, or doing your job with care and excellence. Small acts of value build a reputation that opens doors others can't. If you approach every day looking for ways to make a positive difference, you naturally increase your worth. That worth becomes visible and valuable to those around you. When you offer value first, you shift from a mindset of scarcity to abundance. Instead of worrying about what you might lose, you focus on what you can give. This mindset is magnetic. It attracts people and opportunities that align with your purpose and goals. It also creates a positive cycle. The more you give, the more you receive. This is not magic or luck. It's the natural outcome of meaningful contribution. Offering value requires humility and patience. Sometimes you might give and not get immediate recognition or reward. This can feel frustrating or discouraging, but it's part of the process. The most successful people have faced rejection and delays before their efforts paid off. They kept offering value, knowing it builds character and trust over time. The reward may come in unexpected ways: a new connection, a future opportunity, or personal growth. This principle also applies to business and entrepreneurship. Companies that focus on solving real problems and improving customer experiences build loyal clients and sustainable profits. If your work only focuses on what you can sell or earn, you miss the deeper connection that drives lasting success. When your product or service genuinely benefits others, your value rises, and so does your wealth. Offering value first means being willing to go beyond what is required. It means showing up prepared, attentive, and ready to contribute, even when no one is watching. Excellence in your actions is a form of value that creates pride and opens doors. When people see your dedication and quality, they want to be associated with you. This increases your opportunities and wealth without chasing them aggressively. Another key part of offering value is communication. Sharing what you know or providing helpful insights builds credibility. When you openly share knowledge without holding back, you position yourself as a trusted resource. This encourages others to seek you out and build relationships with you. Over time, this credibility turns into valuable networks and income streams. Offering value also requires listening deeply to understand real needs. When you truly hear people's challenges, fears, and goals, you can respond with solutions that matter. This empathy builds strong bonds and trust, which are more valuable than any quick transaction. Relationships built on genuine care last longer and provide richer opportunities. This mindset goes beyond business or work. It affects every part of life. When you offer kindness, encouragement, and support to those around you without expecting something back, you cultivate a life full of meaningful connections. These connections support your personal and professional growth in ways that money alone cannot. Offering value first transforms your self-worth. It moves you from seeking validation or approval to knowing your worth comes from what you give. This shift builds confidence and reduces fear of rejection or failure. When you focus on contribution, you become less concerned about competition or comparison. Your energy goes toward creating, helping, and growing. The path to becoming more valuable and wealthy is paved by consistent acts of giving. It's a daily commitment to show up, ready to add something useful. This builds a reputation that cannot be bought or faked. People remember those who make a positive difference. Over time, these efforts multiply, bringing financial rewards, stronger relationships, and personal fulfillment. Offering value before expecting anything in return also means being authentic. People can sense when your intentions are genuine or self-serving. Authenticity builds trust faster than any marketing or sales pitch. When your value offering is sincere, it resonates deeply and leads to stronger connections. It's important to realize that offering value is not about losing or sacrificing your own needs. It's about creating win-win situations where everyone benefits. When you give freely, you inspire others to do the same, creating a community of support and growth. This collective value creation builds wealth and success that is shared and sustainable. This principle is a game changer because it flips the typical transactional mindset on its head. Instead of asking, "What do I get?" you ask, "What can I give?" This simple shift opens new possibilities and attracts the right people and opportunities. It's the mindset of leaders, entrepreneurs, and successful individuals who understand that giving leads to growing. This process requires consistency. Offering value is not a one-time act, but a lifelong habit. The more consistently you contribute, the stronger your reputation and network become. Opportunities that seemed out of reach become accessible because people know you bring something valuable. This ongoing effort creates a momentum that builds both your value and your wealth steadily. To truly offer value, you must be willing to learn and improve continuously. The more skills, knowledge, and experiences you gain, the more you have to offer others. This growth fuels your ability to contribute and opens new doors. Stagnation limits your value. Growth expands it exponentially. Offering value before expecting anything in return creates a cycle of trust, respect, and opportunity. It turns challenges into chances and strangers into partners. It's a powerful way to break free from scarcity and build lasting success. This mindset is the foundation for wealth that is meaningful and fulfilling. When you live this way, you attract abundance naturally. People want to work with you, invest in your ideas, and support your journey because they know you provide real value. Your wealth becomes a reflection of the positive impact you make, not just numbers in a bank account. Number 9, think long-term and delay short-term gratification. The reality is most people are wired to want things now. We live in a world that pushes for instant results, instant messages, instant answers, instant entertainment, instant purchases. That desire to get something quickly is natural. But here's the hard truth. If you want to become truly valuable and wealthy, you have to change that wiring. The ability to think long-term and delay short-term gratification is one of the most powerful habits you can develop, yet it's one of the rarest. The moment you start chasing quick wins and immediate rewards, you begin to sabotage your future. Real growth and lasting wealth don't happen overnight. They require patience, persistence, and the discipline to focus on what matters most, not what feels good at the moment. When you make decisions based only on immediate pleasure or relief, you trade your future potential for temporary satisfaction. This creates a pattern where you never get ahead, but always feel stuck. Think about your daily choices. Every time you resist the urge to spend on something unnecessary or to waste time on distractions, you're building your future. The small sacrifices you make today, whether it's saving money instead of spending it, working an extra hour instead of watching TV, or learning a new skill instead of scrolling social media, add up to huge advantages later. These moments of delayed gratification are the true currency of long-term success. It's easy to underestimate how much the little things matter. One missed impulse buy might seem insignificant, but repeated over weeks and months, that money can become a substantial investment in your future. One extra hour spent sharpening your skills might not feel like much today, but over a year it makes you far more valuable and opens doors others don't see. This slow, steady effort compounds in ways that create momentum you cannot get from quick fixes. The difficulty is that long-term thinking requires mental strength. It's not just about waiting, it's about believing in a future you can't yet see. When everything around you is screaming for your attention, your emotions pull you toward comfort and ease. The challenge is to push past those urges and stay focused on your bigger vision. This is where many people fail. They give in to short-term gratification because it feels easier and safer than the uncertainty of long-term goals. But if you develop the habit of thinking beyond today, you gain control over your life. You become the person who plans, who acts with intention, and who builds a life on purpose. Long-term thinking makes your decisions clearer because you evaluate every choice by how it serves your future, not just your present moment. This mindset shifts your priorities and rewires your behavior in a way that leads to real value and lasting wealth. Delaying gratification also builds resilience. When you say no to temporary pleasures, you train your mind to handle discomfort and uncertainty. That resilience prepares you for bigger challenges and opportunities down the road. Wealth and success require overcoming obstacles, facing setbacks, and pushing through difficult times. The ability to hold steady when things get tough is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's important to remember that thinking long-term doesn't mean ignoring today. It means balancing your immediate needs with your future goals. It's not about denying yourself completely, but making wise choices that serve both the present and the future. When you develop this balance, you avoid burnout and frustration. You enjoy the journey while building something meaningful and enduring. Many people mistake sacrifice as something negative. In reality, sacrifice is an investment in yourself. Giving up short-term comfort for long-term gain is a sign of maturity and self-respect. It shows you value your future enough to work for it, even when it's hard. This willingness to delay gratification sets you apart because most people choose the easy route and miss out on what could have been. Another key aspect of long-term thinking is having a clear vision. If you don't know where you're headed, delaying gratification feels pointless. But when your goals are clear and powerful, they fuel your patience and determination. A strong vision acts like a compass, guiding your daily decisions and reminding you why the sacrifices matter. It keeps you grounded and motivated, especially when the rewards seem far away. Long-term thinking also influences how you manage your money. Instead of spending impulsively, you learn to budget, save, and invest with a purpose. You understand that wealth isn't just about how much you earn, but how well you manage and grow what you have over time. This approach protects you from financial stress and builds security that lasts for generations. This mindset applies to relationships and health as well. Building meaningful connections takes time and consistent effort. You don't earn trust or loyalty overnight. When you invest in people without expecting instant returns, you create deep bonds that support your growth. Similarly, health and fitness are the results of steady habits, not quick fixes. Thinking long-term encourages habits that nurture your body and mind, enabling you to perform at your best for years to come. Delaying gratification sharpens your focus and discipline. When you resist distractions and temptations, you strengthen your ability to say no to things that don't align with your goals. This focus helps you use your time and energy more effectively. Over time, you accomplish more with less wasted effort. This efficiency is a powerful tool for building value and wealth. There's also an emotional benefit. When you learn to delay gratification, you gain control over your impulses and emotions. This control reduces stress and anxiety caused by chasing immediate rewards or reacting to every desire. You become calmer, more confident, and more capable of handling life's ups and downs. This emotional strength supports better decision-making and builds a foundation for success. The habit of thinking long-term transforms your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. You start seeing life as a series of opportunities to build and grow, rather than a race to grab whatever you can right now. This perspective reduces fear and increases hope. It opens your mind to possibilities that others miss because they are focused on short-term gains. To cultivate this habit, it's essential to create routines and systems that support your long-term goals. Set clear priorities, track your progress, and hold yourself accountable. Surround yourself with people who encourage patience and persistence. Avoid environments that tempt you to give in to instant gratification. Over time, these habits become natural, and your ability to think long-term strengthens. In reality, thinking long-term is the bridge between who you are now and who you want to become. It allows you to turn dreams into plans and plans into reality. The ability to delay short-term gratification is the secret behind every successful person's journey. It's a skill you can develop, and once you do, you unlock the power to create a life of real value and lasting wealth. There's no shortcut to this. It's about daily choices, small victories, and consistent effort. When you face a temptation to choose the easy way out, remind yourself of your bigger picture. Remember that every moment of discipline you show today is an investment in your freedom and success tomorrow. This long-term vision fuels resilience, sharpens your focus, and builds a foundation strong enough to support the life you desire. The path to value and wealth demands this mindset. It requires rejecting the quick fix and embracing steady, purposeful action. Number 10. Show up with excellence in everything you do. One of the biggest struggles people face is feeling invisible or overlooked. You might work hard day after day and still wonder why your efforts don't get noticed. It's a tough reality. In a crowded world, simply showing up isn't enough. What separates the successful from the rest is showing up with excellence. Not just doing the minimum or trying to get by, but bringing your best every single time, no matter how small or big the task. Most people underestimate the power of excellence in daily life. They think excellence is only about grand achievements or major projects. But the truth is, excellence lives in the details, the way you respond to a simple email, the effort you put into a conversation, the attitude you carry when things aren't going your way. Excellence is not an occasional effort. It's a consistent habit that creates a reputation and builds trust over time. When you show up with excellence, you become someone others can rely on. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or already experienced. Your commitment to quality will make you stand out. Excellence attracts opportunities, builds confidence, and opens doors. It sends a clear message that you take yourself seriously and that you respect the work you do. That respect is contagious. People will want to work with you, invest in you, and support you. It's important to realize that excellence is a choice. It doesn't depend on your circumstances or how you feel on a particular day. You can wake up tired, frustrated, or distracted, but the decision to give your best is always yours. This mindset is powerful because it puts control back in your hands. You stop waiting for perfect conditions or external motivation. You simply decide to show up with your highest standards regardless of challenges. Consistency is a major part of excellence. One great performance won't build a career or lasting value. What matters is the daily habit of delivering quality. When you commit to excellence every time, people notice. They remember you as dependable and professional. This builds a reputation that can't be bought or faked. Over time, that reputation becomes a valuable asset in your personal and professional life. Another factor is pride in your work. Excellence comes from caring deeply about what you do. When you approach your tasks with intention and respect, it shows. It makes the work more fulfilling and meaningful. Pride isn't about arrogance or showing off. It's about recognizing that your effort reflects who you are. You deserve to do your best because you are worth it. Showing up with excellence also builds self-confidence. Each time you complete a task well, you reinforce your belief in your abilities. This confidence grows as you accumulate small wins. With time, it changes how you see yourself and how others see you. Confidence born from consistent excellence is solid and reliable. It doesn't depend on luck or approval, but on your own standards. Excellence also means being thorough and paying attention to detail. It's easy to rush through work or overlook small errors when you're busy or tired. But those details matter. They are the difference between average and outstanding results. Taking the time to double-check, refine, and improve shows dedication and care. It signals that you value quality over speed or convenience. Sometimes excellence means going beyond what's expected. It's about doing more than what your job description or role requires. When you find ways to add extra value, solve problems before they happen, or offer help without being asked, you set yourself apart. This proactive approach creates a positive impression and builds relationships. People appreciate those who don't just meet expectations but exceed them. It's normal to feel discouraged or overwhelmed at times. Showing up with excellence doesn't mean being perfect or never making mistakes. Everyone slips up occasionally. The difference is how you respond to setbacks. Excellence means owning your errors, learning from them, and improving. It means refusing to settle for less or make excuses. This attitude builds resilience and pushes you forward even when things get tough. In practical terms, showing up with excellence means setting clear standards for yourself. Decide what quality looks like in your work and hold yourself accountable. Don't cut corners just to finish faster or please others superficially. Take the time to do things well, even if it means more effort or patience. Over time, these standards become second nature and elevate everything you do. Excellence also requires discipline. It's easy to lose focus or become complacent, especially when routine sets in. Discipline keeps you aligned with your goals and values. It means pushing through distractions and temptations to do the bare minimum. Discipline is the backbone of excellence, providing the structure to consistently deliver your best. One of the biggest benefits of showing up with excellence is the impact it has on your future. Employers, clients, partners, they all notice quality. They remember those who show commitment and care. This creates trust and loyalty, which leads to better opportunities, higher pay, and more influence. Excellence builds bridges to new possibilities and helps you sustain success over time. There's also an emotional reward to excellence. When you know you gave your best, it creates a sense of satisfaction and peace. You avoid the regret that comes from knowing you could have done better. This feeling builds your self-respect and encourages you to keep raising your standards. Excellence becomes a source of personal pride and motivation. In relationships, showing up with excellence strengthens bonds. Whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, your consistent effort to be present, reliable, and supportive deepens trust. People feel valued and respected when you give your best attention and care. These strong connections contribute to your overall well-being and success. The truth is, excellence isn't always easy. It requires effort, patience, and sometimes sacrifice. You might face criticism or feel unappreciated at times, but the rewards far outweigh the challenges. Excellence plants seeds that grow into a life of purpose, respect, and achievement. It turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. Your journey to becoming more valuable and wealthy depends heavily on this principle. Skills and knowledge matter, but excellence brings them to life. It turns potential into reality. Without excellence, your value remains hidden and opportunities slip away. With it, you create a path to lasting success that no one can take from you. Ultimately, showing up with excellence is a way of honoring yourself and your dreams. It's a commitment to live with integrity and purpose. This commitment changes how you work, how others see you, and how your life unfolds. Excellence becomes a habit, a mindset, and a way of life that shapes your future in powerful ways. When every action is done with care and intention, you build a foundation that supports everything else you want to achieve. Excellence doesn't just improve your work, it transforms your character. And a strong character is the real wealth that sustains you through any challenge. You can start today by choosing to give your best, no matter what. This choice creates momentum that grows with every step. The consistent pursuit of excellence becomes the force that drives your value higher and wealth deeper. It's not about perfection, it's about commitment and pride in what you do. This is the difference that leads to success, recognition, and fulfillment beyond what you imagined possible.